Many thanks for joining us again on the News Hour on BISCON Television. I am Stella Opara. First, the headlines. On the national scene, Wike accuses Ayu of collecting 100 million naira from a governor. APC complies with court order, asks INEC to recognize Mechina as Yobe North senatorial candidate. In business, Sanwo-Olu gets federal government approval for $2.5 billion Badagry seaport. On the foreign scene, Kwasi Kwarteng sacked as Chancellor. And in the world of sports, UK Athletics says British sprinter will be considered for selection after drugs ban. Now, the news in detail. Nyesom Wike has accused the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Iyorchia Ayu, of collecting 100 million naira from a governor. The Rivers State governor made the allegation during a media chat on Friday in Port Harcourt, where he also threatened to reveal more if pushed to the wall. According to Wike, he is not afraid of the party's chairman, saying Ayu cannot influence the people of Rivers State on whom to vote for in next year's general election. Wike maintained that Ayu should resign his position as the chairman of the PDP, claiming the party chieftain made the pledge that he would do so if the presidential candidate comes from the north. Wike's remark is the latest in the crisis that has rocked the PDP following the party's presidential primary. The governor lost to Atiku Abubakar but claimed the exercise was unfair. The Rivers State governor Nyesom Wike on Friday denied the media report that the People's Democratic Party sent some party chieftains to placate him. Wike made the denial on Friday while speaking during a media chat with journalists at the government house in Port Harcourt. Recall that the PDP and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar were said to have recruited former President of the Senate David Mark, former Rivers State Governor Peter Odili, and former Delta State Governor James Ibori to placate Wike on his call for the removal of the party's national chairman Iyorchia Ayu. Speaking further, Wike said the media report that the party sent the leaders to him was false and misleading, asking Nigerians to disregard the rumor. Ex-militants under the aegis of Iyekisong, Akwa Ibom State, have given the federal government and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited another 7 days ultimatum to re-award the oil and gas pipeline surveillance contract in the state to them. It will be recalled that the federal government had awarded the contract to government Ekpemopolo, popularly known as Tampolo. They insisted that non-indigens would not be allowed to handle pipeline security contracts in any part of the state, stressing that they should not be held accountable for any destruction, damages, and/or casualties resulting from the oil pipeline surveillance contract in their territory. The group, however, warned the Oil and Gas Pipeline Surveillance Limited to steer clear of Akwa Ibom creeks, as they will not spare anyone found within the territory. The All Progressives Congress APC has written the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC, asking the electoral umpire to recognize Bashar Mechina as the APC authentic candidate of Yobe North senatorial election as directed by a federal high court in Damaturu. On September 28, the federal high court directed INEC to accept and publish Mr. Mechina's name as the duly and validly elected Yobe North senatorial candidate for APC, thereby upholding the May 28 primary election of the party that produced him. But hours after Mr. Mechina's opponent, the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, accepted the judgment of the court in good faith, the APC chairman in Yobe State, Mohammed Gadaka, said the party would appeal the judgment, which have now been reconsidered. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll bring you business news. Stay tuned. Welcome back to BISCON TV News. Now to business. Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has received approval to build the Badagry Deep Sea Port, which was approved by the Federal Executive Council in Alausa in August. A statement signed by Sanwo-Olu's Chief Press Secretary, Boyega Akosile, said approval, which was given at the just concluded Lagos State Economic Summit, authorizes and provides the legal basis for the concession of the Badagry Deep Sea Port following the issuance of the full business case certificate by the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission last April. Speaking on the development, Sanwo-Olu said the seaport would boast Lagos State's logistics and commerce capability. We'll take another break now. When we'll come back, we'll bring you foreign news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching BISCON TV News. You can watch us live by downloading the BISCON TV app on your Android and iOS devices from the respective stores, or visit our YouTube channel. Now, the foreign news. Kwasi Kwarteng has reportedly been sacked from his cabinet role after the government were forced to rip up key sections of his economic plans. UK's Prime Minister was under pressure to sack a Chancellor after his economic plans caused chaos in the UK's financial markets. Kwarteng returned early from a trip to the US, where he held meetings with fellow finance ministers, as anger grew among his own party over his growth plan announced last month. His removal from the post after just 38 days would make him the second shortest-serving Chancellor, with only Ian MacLeod, who died after 30 days in the job, holding the post for less time. We'll take another break now. When we'll come back, we'll bring you sports and entertainment news. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to News on the Hour. It's time for sport. British sprinter CJ Uja will be considered for selection after serving his drugs ban, says new UK Athletics Technical Director Stephen Maguire. Uja, 28, was handed a 22-month suspension after he tested positive for two banned substances, Ostarine and S23, at the Tokyo Olympics. Britain won silver in the men's 4x100 relay but was stripped of the medal following the doping violation. Uja, whose ban is backdated to 6 August 2021 and will end on 5th June 2023, was cleared of intentionally taking prohibited drugs by the Athletics Integrity Unit and World Anti-Doping Agency. The World Athletics Championships takes place in Hungary in August next year, 2 months after Uja's ban ends, and Maguire said he will assess the sprinter's fitness to see if he is ready to make a comeback. Great Britain won men's gold and women's silver in the team pursuit finals on the day 2 of the Track Cycling World Championship in France. In the men's event, British quartet Ethan Hayter, Oliver Wood, Ethan Vernon and Daniel Bingham edged out Olympic champions Italy in a thrilling race to cause an upset. In the women's race, Great Britain fell just short of matching their male teammates' achievement as they finished second. Italy were crowned as world champions. Double Olympic champion Katy Archibald, Tokyo 2020 silver medalist Neil Evans, Anna Morris and Jose Knight delivered a strong performance but were unable to compete with the pace of the Italian riders. France took bronze in the women's event to the delight of the home crowd at St. Quentin-en-Yvelines near Paris, while Denmark were third in the men's race. That's all on sport. You're still on the News on the Hour. It's time for entertainment stories. Following the release of singer Harvey Song from police custody, Soso Serebekesen reveals that he dislikes that he had to spend the night there. During a live video with media personality Daddy Freeze, Soso Seberekin told his side of the story and revealed that he hated Harvey Song had to spend the night in the cell. However, it was quite unfortunate. The singer was arrested at the airport as soon as he landed in Lagos on the 11th of October 2022. His arrest bordered on the defamation of music executive Soso Sebekin after claiming that Soso planned to kill him in Port Harcourt. American singer Brandy has reportedly been hospitalized after possibly suffering a seizure on Tuesday afternoon. According to TMZ, the singer's apartment was called and was later taken to a nearby hospital. It was also gathered that her parents did not leave her side while on admission at the hospital. In a fresh post on Instagram, the 43-year-old expressed her gratitude for all the prayers and support she had gotten from her fans since her hospitalization. That's the much story we can take on entertainment.
Welcome back, and that's it for now on the News Hour on BISCON Television. Compiled and produced by Jumoke Adewuti Aino. I am Stella Opara. Many thanks for staying with us.